Okay, so hey guys, it's Plotsalot here with another My Hero Academia What If video, and today we're going to be doing a return to a series that I really haven't covered in quite a long time. We're going to be doing What If Deku Was a Girl, Part 3. Now this is one of my most popular series, but at the same time, I really had a struggle thinking about how I could change this, but now I've gotten some new ideas, I've had enough time to think, and I think it's about time that I restart this series, considering, again, it is the most popular one on my channel, and you guys clearly want to see it, you still get comments about it, so looks like part 3 is being made. So, in the last time, we had Aizawa come in, and he said, "Hello children, settle down." This ragged looking man walks in the yellow, banana looking sleeping bag, and somehow he's still shaking everyone with his presence. They seem worried and everybody is quiet. What's gonna happen here? What's the thing that this guy's going for here? He's just frightening us. And this is before he mentions, you guys are gonna be doing a Quirk Apprehension Test today. Whoever fails will be kicked out of UA immediately. I'm not kidding. I will expel you on the spot if I believe that you don't have the potential to succeed here. Not because I'm horrible, but out of pity for you. I don't want to see you suffer and struggle for nothing, because if you can't even get through this, then you're not supposed to be here. This gets everyone afraid. Absolutely everyone. Hana especially is shaken up, and Uraraka turns around to look at her, and he sees Mineta ogling her from the back and says out loud, "If anyone's getting kicked out, it's probably that pervert over there, so I think you have nothing to worry about. Your quirk is amazing. You should be fine." The tests go mostly the same. Hana scores better than Deku in all of the basic tests leading up to the ball throw, as she can use 5% of one for all. Fairly alright, meaning she has a slightly higher speed, power, reaction time advantage over most of the other people in the class. Everyone's a tad shocked. This kind of small girl possessing such a powerful quirk is kind of insane to them, because it reminds them of All Might, but instead of this massive, like Goliath of a man, it's this shy, small girl. Mineta swerves around from nowhere when somebody haphazardly whispers, "Where does she store all of that power?" And he's quick to respond, saying clearly in her, before being interrupted by a swift kick from Jiro. Then comes the ball throw. Hana steps up to the plate and feels even more nervous now that everyone is watching. Everybody wants to see, how's she going to do on this one? Bakugo's already done his throw and gotten a score of like 700 odd meters, so she has some pressure to try and do that. She wants to impress. She decides to channel more of One for All through her body than she ever has before. The metaphorical microwave in her mind switches from defrost mode to reheat mode as she launches the ball from her hand. It essentially gets up to about 10 to 15% of One for All as she threw, and it lands with a respectable score of about 300 meters away, which is about second. Bakugo kinda taunts her for this though. "You might have gotten your quirk developing late, but we still know who's better here. No matter whether you have a quirk or not, you're still a loser, aren't you?" Hana looks back at him and just meekly says, "I've only had it for a small while, I still don't have proper control," and she just starts to trail off, muttering to herself about how she doesn't know how to use her quirk properly. At the end of the day, Aizawa does end up expelling Mineta for doing the worst, as he sees very little potential in him besides maybe the potential to go to jail for sexual harassment. The class continues on to the next class with All Might. To everyone's shock, despite his clearly harsh treatment of someone in the class, he just feels like, alright, yeah, we're gonna brush that off and continue, and Hana actually stands up for Mineta, and after an hours long back and forth, including All Might being involved and the principal, Mineta is reinstated and actually gives Hana a serious, for once not perverted style hug to thank her. This is probably the last time we'll ever see Mineta do anything so wholesome, but enjoy it while you can, right? Next is the Quirk Apprehension Test. Now, the Quirk Apprehension Test being finished, we can continue on to the next part after that. which is All Might's combat training exercise. Now, we're going to keep the brackets for the combat training exercise the same as they were in the original anime series. So, that means that we're going to be having Bakugo and Ida versus Hana and Ochako. Hana and Ochako have seen what Bakugo is capable of, and they've seen how ruthless he can be with his words, but also with his usage of his quirk. They really are a little bit worried, but Hana actually gives a little confident smile to Ochako just for a second and says, "Don't worry about it. I've known him for a while, and even if he can be a little bit aggressive sometimes, he's a good guy. We have nothing to worry about. But that doesn't mean that he'll go easy on us, so we still gotta try our hardest, right?" Ochako returns with a smile, and they walk into the building. As they're walking around, exploring a little bit, Bakugo is actually looking for them. He's hunting them in this. He's gotten a fire lit under himself from his win against Hana by quite a lot. He's feeling quite confident, and he's quite happy with that. He's very happy with that outcome, but that doesn't mean that he's going to go easy on Hana. No. He considers Hana to be somewhat of a friend, almost. It's confusing how he actually sees Hana, and as a result of that confusing view of her, one thing that he wants to do is push her as hard as he can. So, to push her, his idea of doing that is by going ahead and delivering her the hardest challenge that he possibly can, and by hunting her down, he feels that he's giving her an adequate enough challenge. So, he goes ahead and he starts looking. He's going around the corners. He's not running, because he doesn't want to give away his presence. He's not using his explosions or anything, but he is walking. He's just walking. Like, he doesn't really have a care in the world, because he's not scared of Hana at all. It's not like with Deku in the original timeline, where he'd seen that he can pull off some insane feats with the ball. He's done better than her in this. He underestimates her almost. He thinks he's ready. And when he finally sees Hana come around the corner, he charges at her. Just because he underestimates her a bit doesn't mean that he's any less ruthless in his fighting style. He charges straight at her using the explosions from the back of his palm to propel himself forward straight at her at high velocity. Hana activates One for All at 5% and just manages to duck underneath him. Hana decides to throw a punch at him as he's in midair, but Bakugo just pushes himself away with another explosion, landing against a wall and using that as a jump off point to charge again. Bakugo gets to a close enough range where he's ready to release an explosion into Hana straight away on the spot, but just as he's getting close, he feels something tap him on the leg. It's Ochako. She slaps him on the leg, reducing his weight and sending him careening. He just continues going. He doesn't fall as he'd expect to, and his trajectory is entirely thrown off. He doesn't get a chance to throw off his explosion because of that, and Hana takes this as her opportunity. This is her chance now. Ochako's given her an opening, and she's not going to waste this. This is a chance to show Bakugo that, she's not the same girl that she was. She's now got a quirk. She's now got a bit more confidence, and she is now the next symbol of peace. And she doesn't just want to show Bakugo, she wants to show All Might. She wants to show the rest of 1A, and most importantly, she wants to show herself that she can do it. Because honestly, the biggest critic of Hana at this point is herself still. Because just like Deku, she has self-confidence issues. The fact that she wasn't bullied so much when she was younger actually makes this a little bit worse, because unlike with Deku, who could brush off his self-confidence issues as being a result of how he was treated, Hana doesn't really have that much of an excuse in that sense. The way that she views herself, she views as her own view of herself, not one that other people have made up. It's just the thing that she projects to people, and so she wants to change that. So, as she takes her opportunity, she pushes off towards Bakugo as hard as she can, activating around 7% and actually injuring her leg just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit of a strain injury maybe later, but not much, just straining herself a little bit. She's still cautious enough to know that she doesn't want to overdo it. And she goes ahead and delivers a kick into his stomach. While he's still in midair, Uraraka releases her quirk, allowing him to start to fall. And just then, Hana steps forward and delivers a pseudo smash. She screams out, Detroit Smash as she slams Bakugo in the chest again as he's falling, slamming him against the wall. It doesn't leave a crater, but it does crack the wall a little bit. Again, she's not using as much one for all as she usually would. But it's enough to start to wind Bakugo. But it's not enough to take him down. Bakugo is a bit ticked off now. He was taking it a little bit easy against Hana, and now she's gone and done it, hasn't she? She's gone and she's done it. She's made him mad. And Bakugo really, really wants to get her now. He's had enough of this. She needs to know her place. He's trying to help her to grow and she's trying to resist? What is this? Bakugo's views of it are a bit twisted, but again, he does still have Hana's best interests at heart, so he's not going to try and do anything stupid like blow her to bits, but he'll get as damn close as he can. Bakugo, again, takes a little bit of time just to push himself backwards to a bit further away a position so that Hana can't blitz him in close combat. But he's ready now. He's just going to get his breath back. After a second or so of retreating, Bakugo, he's got himself a little bit more composed. He's ready now. Bakugo charges again, this time just running, and this confuses Hana a little bit. Why would he run at me? I can run faster than him. He knows that. My quirk boosts my physical capabilities. If this was just a battle without quirks, then, I mean, assuming he wasn't going to use his quirk and I was, then I'd win. That's how this would work. I don't know what he's doing, but just then, Bakugo does something that she really doesn't expect. He launches himself up towards the ceiling, and down again from the ceiling just as he's about to hit it, at an angle, pushing himself down towards Ochako. Now, Bakugo gets a little smile there, and says, "Oh, so you want to be a hero so bad, do you? You want to be a hero so bad, do you, Hana? Well, let's see how you protect your friend." This gets Hana flustered and annoyed, because she knew that Bakugo would pull off some crap against him, but against her friend? No way was she letting that slide. Hana gets quite annoyed and starts to activate more and more of One For All, the microwave in her head now going from defrost mode to low. She'd activate about 15 to 20% of One For All at this point. Still not truly the full power One For All, but like Deku's 15 to 20%. It's enough that she leapt up to Bakugo's height almost instantly, faster than Bakugo could react, and delivered a swift elbow straight into his shoulder, slamming him sideways, spinning into the wall, and this time leaving a crater, almost cracking through the wall entirely, definitely shaking the building a bit, and knocking Bakugo out. Now, Bakugo out of the way, Hana starts to calm down a little bit, and she asks Ochako, "You alright?" "I'm sorry, this was my fault. I didn't expect him to try and do something like that. It's my fault. He says the problem with me," and starts muttering. She starts muttering, but just then Ochako just grabs her by the shoulder and says, "Well, he's gone now. He's out. We can worry about the challenge now. We're going to win this and show him who's boss here." And they run up towards the stairs. They get to the top floor where Ida is doing his little villain laugh, ha ha ha, and he's not expecting this. He's heard some stuff, but he assumed it was maybe Bakugo winning the fight. Definitely not Bakugo losing, because Bakugo wasn't really communicating with Ida. Let's be honest, Bakugo's not exactly the person that communicates with his teammates on a regular basis when working in a team, let alone a team worker in the first place. So Ida was just kind of biding his time a little bit, practicing his villain persona, when he sees Hana starting to charge in a circular path, circling around and towards the bomb, and Ida sees this and he thinks, okay, no, I'm not letting this happen. This is my chance to shine. I need to show that I can live up to my brother's expectations, and he charges up his legs, letting off a little burst of speed. Not reciprocal burst, but, you know, a decent amount of his engines, as fast as he can really go without using reciprocal burst, straight towards her. He doesn't underestimate her. He's seen what she can do in the exam, and he's ready to lay a kick straight into her, but just as he notices, out of the corner of his eye, something is a bit off. He sees Hana take a sharp, swift turn in her running path, and starts going the opposite direction from the bomb. This confuses Ida for a second and gives Ochako enough time to leap onto the bomb and capture it, capturing the win for Team Hana and Ochako and ending the exercise with their victory. Alright, I'm gonna leave part 3 there. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Sorry it's been a while for the series. It's just been a while since I've been uploading in general, but I felt like, give you guys a little bit of a treat now that I'm back. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe, click the little bell notification so you guys can be notified every time I make a video. And if you have any suggestions or anything, leave them in the comments. If you want to tell me what you thought about the video, also leave that in the comments. I've currently got a poll running in the community tab of my channel on what the next What If series I should do is. If you have your own suggestions, you can also put the other option and leave those in the comments of that. But yeah, that's enough babbling from me. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye guys.